NewKirk City is the map, though, everybody. Dragon currently up 3-1 versus WhiteRa. WhiteRa has chosen this map. Let's get started with our introduction. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map as the blue Protoss player on his own team, sponsored by Playhem. It is WhiteRa. Choosing this map. Will he be able to make the comeback? We'll have to find out. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, on Team MYM, up 3-1 with just, great build order decisions and showing overall great play. Very, very impressive. It is Dragon.
And, well, like I mentioned before, we see a lot of scenarios where both players split the map. On this map, you can see the mini-map. It seems kind of easy to just take a third, take a fourth, and turtle from there as a Terran with sensor towers, with turrets a little bit everywhere, as a Protoss with cannons and Templars ready. But it's definitely not WhiteRa style, I feel. So either Dragon goes for it, and then they split the map, or we're going to have an action-packed game. And I feel like Dragon is not really the type to split the map. He's just going to go for his gas first again, like I said, follow it with a barracks, and then actually Dragon, he does not do the attack like the other Terrans. Dragon only sends his medivac and drops with it so that he does not overcommit. But a lot of Terrans, they attack with their Marines in front and they try to drop their mines, or they do it the other way around. They drop the Marines and they go with the mines in the Protoss expansion. And I feel like if Dragon does that, it might catch WhiteRa off guard. Even though a lot of people do it on ladder, it's definitely one of the hardest styles that you can play against right now as Protoss. So maybe we might see something different out of Dragon if he chooses to try something. You know, he's up with 3 maps to 1s right now, so he's in a situation where he can try something and then he still has 2 more games to try and win this series.
And also, I mean, he has won with this very opener, I think twice now out of the 3 games he's won. Why not? He's got 3 games left. Why not try and bust it out again, go for another easy win? I mean, there's so much you can do on Dragon's end, just build-wise. Like you said, he's free for the next 2 games he can lose and still be in this. So it's all up on his end. We do see WhiteRa going for that second gas. Only has 2 probes in his first gas. Looking more like, that standard 3-gate robo expand type build where you don't need all that heavy gas too early. We'll have to see what WhiteRa wants to do overall, and then we're going to see that very quick factory again from Dragon.
Yeah, and Dragon not trying to proxy ever. Maybe he played against WhiteRa on ladder, and he knows that WhiteRa usually scouts a lot for proxies. On this map, you see the third base where there is the debris of WhiteRa. If Dragon goes for a proxy there and WhiteRa doesn't see it, it's going to be very hard for him to actually hold. So WhiteRa he's been putting a good amount of effort into scouting for all of those proxies, and WhiteRa is going to open for a Stargate. No! Why?
That's a good point. I mean, he did scout the gas first again, and here we go, seeing him go Stargate play. I mean, we talked about at the beginning of the show match, though. He is WhiteRa. He has the special tactics. If anyone can make a build work, it's WhiteRa. Yeah. Hopefully, after all the games he's lost versus Dragon recently, he's found the weaknesses in Dragon style. He'll know how to play. So we'll have to just see how this unfolds. Did Dragon see the Stargate when he scouted the base?
No,
he did not.
And
he
yeah,
did
and
not
Dragon,
walk by the Stargate.
Dragon, he saw the 2 gases and he saw the very quick Nexus at like 4:30 at the expansion. So right now he has to be thinking WhiteRa is never going to be crazy enough to go for a Stargate. So he's still going to go for mines. And I think he's still going to burrow them next to his mineral line for some time. But if WhiteRa hits a lucky timing where he goes into the base of Dragon after the medivac left and he's on the way to his own base, he might be able to do a lot of damage to those SCVs. All it takes to win a game with those oracles is to sneak one of them into the mineral line of your opponent. But one mine right now, he's going to run next to a stalker toward the expansion of WhiteRa and Dragon. He's taking double expand. He's hiding one of them on the top right-hand side of the map.
Yeah, and this could be the kind of play that WhiteRa's hoping for with this fast Oracle play. There's no engineering bay just yet. The Widow Mine, he's actually really supply blocked for quite a while. Really long supply block on Dragon's end. It really halted his Widow Mine production. So, if this Stargate plays to work, this would be the optimal situation. He's got his delayed Widow Mines, and he doesn't have that engineering bay. He's just got a handful of Marines. He is producing out of reactor. There are 5 on the field, but here we go. 4 to defend against his first Oracle. It's coming forward. It's getting attack off. How many of the Marines will die? All of them. WhiteRa not even caring. 2 more pop out, and they're both going to die immediately. And this puts Dragon in a scary situation. He's going to have have to bring the Widow Mines up to this base. Emil Dobbin, Dragon just drops a GG right away, playing a little too greedy that game. Like you said, Dragon saw what was going on in WhiteRa's base, and the thing that went through his head was, yeah, he cannot be going Stargate, and it was just another build order loss.
It's so insane, because I really think that Dragon was thinking WhiteRa cannot possibly be crazy enough to do again a Stargate when I beat him twice with my opponent against his Stargate. But like I said, all it takes is a little bit different build, and if your Oracle finds its way to your opponent's middle line and your opponent's not ready, a lot of the time you will do enough damage to get a big lead or win the game. In this game, WhiteRa had a big lead, Dragon chose to just give up. Like we said, he has 2 more games to try again, but very fortunate on WhiteRa's part, especially that Dragon made only 1 mine and then completely stopped making mines. If he had made like 3 or 4, he would have been fine in this game.
Yeah, I mean,